All right, guys, we're back. Last day on the pond job. Basically mucking this guy out. This is our dam. The dam kind of eroded out. I think it's because it just didn't hold a lot of water because it was mucky. There's a hair of muck on here, but I've actually got the dam creeping up in there. I was following it there. So Corey was in here yesterday in my machine getting this cut off and kind of walked in type of deal. I'll probably get in there and kind of work it in like I did the other side. And the homeowner wanted to keep, that little jetty right there. He wanted to keep it. I'm going to clean this material up, but he wanted to keep it and kind of leave a lifted up area. That's all floor right there. So he kind of wanted to leave, you know, just some structure and indentations in the bottom. He wanted to leave that little island out there so it'd be below water kind of thing. So I kind of made a channel around the side so it'd be kind of cool. We're getting into fairly dry material there. This is still wet material here. I'm probably gonna leave that pile. I might throw it up top. And Corey just didn't get to it yesterday, I think, because he was more, I don't know why he was worried about getting that. But anyways, we're gonna move that material there up to the top of the hill, and then I'm gonna sit basically where that pile is. Sammy's gonna work on cleaning that side to here, so then that way when Mark gets down here he can grab that. We're gonna put that dirt where the excavator's sitting, so it's up top, and we got a pile of dry dirt because we need some dirt for here. We need dirt over there and all that, but I figure if he wants to move dirt around, he can kind of do his thing. He's got a skid loader here, that little Bobcat. It's a 843, but that way it saves him time. But we're basically going to pull this dry material out and kind of shelf this off and kind of get it to taper up like that. So basically this will be the belly of the pond. Then when it fills up, it's going to flood up that creek. It's kind of what the homeowner wanted to do, so that's what we're going to do. Got a little low spot in the dam. Be nice when we start getting real dry material. I think I'm going to try to get it lifted up today and get that kind of worked in. But we're going to leave the muck on the back. There's just nothing you can do to it. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit once we get everything down there moved. I'm going to spend an hour maybe in the machine and kind of get stuff in the skid loader and kind of get stuff worked in. But all this is muck. You can see, I can probably get on it because it's frozen right now. But you can see how deep that was. Well, the back of this dam was just eroding off. I don't think it was really built great to begin with. Somebody pushed up a dam and didn't want to keep digging material to put on the back of it. It's got a good dam in it, but he just wanted to be able to get in here and mow this and all that. So we've got it lifted up. It's a little higher now. Obviously it's going to settle a bunch. Need to do a little bit of work back there. Corey was kind of doing, I don't know, his thing, but I probably wouldn't have done what he was doing. I kind of had a plan and he didn't really know. It's all good. I mean, anyways, but I definitely want to lift up this area here. I want to get some dry material and kind of lift that area up so at least they can drive across here with the skid loader or whatever. But anyways, all this muck will settle in. We'll come back, I don't know, next year probably, or if he doesn't get to it with the skid loader, we'll come back next year and we can grade all that out, make it nice. It'll be settled in just fine by next year. I'm going to come up with the excavator. I can reach that out there, or most of it, and I'm just going to kind of work that back into here so this kind of tapers nice to where it's at. I ought to be able to pull enough material up. We're going to leave this kind of cove thing where it kind of comes around. I thought that was kind of nice, so I'll pull some of that material and I might throw it over. This might be dry. My thought was I might be able to lift in this road or whatnot, but anyways, like I said, Sammy's gonna start working on that pile. She'll get it pulled up, so I'll probably work on getting that thrown over, that little pile that Corey had left. I'll get it thrown to her, then I'll get down in there and start throwing the stuff up to where I can reach it, kind of walk that in, and then we'll be dealing with dry material. But this is the third day. First day it was me and my uncle with our skid loader, and we did basically from this feature to that, got that pulled out, and then that little ramped area, we got it pulled out with the 100, and I moved all the material with the 65. And then the second day when we were in here with Corey, well, and then we had the homeowner with the little Bobcat, I don't know, half a day moving material to the back of the dam. And then the second day we had Corey for half a day. He was behind me running muck back here, and Sammy was taking muck up for the homeowner up to the top. So we got that done with, I would call it 2 skid loaders and that SV100, and it's a fairly good size muck out job for a machine that small. Not that it's small, but it's not like a 210 or something. So we kind of run what we brung, and that's what we brung, and it's worked out good. I don't know if you could have done much better unless you had a 210 or something, and then you're moving so much material. I think you'd probably have to have 2 953s on you. Well, then you're way more cost than what we're at with a skid loader and a half, and a 100. So, and 2 skid loaders has a hard time keeping up with me with that 100 mucking dirt out. And we're not trucking it far. I mean, we're just literally trucking it one way or another around the pond. But this is an incredible amount of muck that we've moved in here with 2 skid loaders in a couple days. I mean, it is what it is. But we'll get the camera started up. Like I said, I'm gonna throw that pile up first. Sorry, yesterday's video might have sucked. I having problems with my GoPro. I need to call GoPro, I guess, and figure out what's up with my app. A lot of times I can't get my videos to, I can see them, but then I go to click it and I can't get them to upload. I lost a bunch of footage yesterday that just would not open up. Tried to do a time lapse and it didn't open up. But anyways, we'll try to get some better video today. But I hope you guys like the videos, especially of the 100. It's not something that everybody has every day. And I just got news that we're actually going to have an SV40. So watch out for that video maybe over the weekend. We're going to do a lift comparison and a size comparison to my 50 and just run it a little bit at my house, not do a whole lot. But anyways, it's actually coming out Wednesday, and it's going to spend the weekend with us to try it out, check it out, do a couple videos and all that. So look forward to that video, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's get to work. Moving material and moving material, that's all we're doing. We're on our last day of budget, so I got to make sure that I'm kind of closed up and finished at some point by the end of the day. They didn't have more money in the budget, so I'm basically trying to get material to where he can get it moved with the skid loader. If we don't get to it, and I think a little hard to start, so I think he's trying to let the sun come up and frost burn off and stuff, maybe warm up a little bit. But I'm trying to get my ends done here where it's going to taper off so we don't have a sheer wall. Sammy's running a little bit of dry material that we have. She's going to run it over. There's kind of a low spot in the dam where that wheel machine was a bunch yesterday. Doing some turning and all that, which isn't bad. It compacted in and worked in, but we got a little low spot in the dam, so she's trying her hand at getting material in there. I mean, here, let's watch her for a second. She just put her dry material out. Now she's going to try to rake it out. A little deep. Lift your bucket up a little bit, baby. You're a little deep. You want to end up leaving about 4 to 6 inches of dirt there. She's getting it. Don't worry about back dragging that. You didn't have enough material there to do it. Just put a little more material on it the next time, and then just kind of dump it out slow and then try tracking over it, and you can kind of see how much it consolidates. That way you kind of figure out how much to leave. She's got to be careful there where she's backing up at, because that dam's not very wide, the top of it, then that muck falls off the back side, so it's firm enough to walk on right now, but you go throwing a 8,000-pound machine on it, the sun's coming up, that frost's gonna start breaking off of it. I doubt if you'd be able to walk on it very much here for too long, so for dry material. I just don't have any dry material yet. Well, we're on the short end of the stick. Sammy's moving a pile over there to the last part. The homeowner's got a huge ditch over here. He's got to use all his dirt to fill up, so I'm throwing it on the other side of the pile, trying to get it, you know, as close to him as I can, but we'll get it to where he can get all this out without getting stuck. I got a nice little dry cut road that I'm sitting on. It's nice and flat, so even when I move, he ought to be able to get there in that wheeled skid loader, do his thing. We're down to fairly dry material. I mean, we're gonna see if he gets stuck in there because he's filling in a really deep ditch. So I'm trying to give, you know, if I've got some that's a little wet, some that's a little drier, I'm trying to kind of mix it up. Help dry out the pile, try to give him some heavier clay stuff, get some dirt, give him a mixture to where it's not, you know, gonna get him stuck over there. It's like fairly dry though. I mean, this is a little mucky over here, but see that underneath it we're good, so it's alright. Today will be our last day out here with the 100, and then if he needs anything else, I can handle everything with our 50. So he ought to be in really good shape. I mean, I'll probably, I don't know, I think I'd rather walk in the bottom with an excavator. That way you can kind of move your crumbs over where you need it and all that. So I'll probably walk the bottom in with my 50. I don't know, we'll see. May just do it with the excavator, try it with the skid loader. Just realized I hadn't had the camera on in a while. Figured I better turn the camera on or I'm not going to have any video today. But I'm just trying to, I don't know, get a little work done on this dam. They're about out of material over there. I figure I was trying to get this little cove that I was building. Just trying to get it done. I figured I'd get this outside of this dam shaped up a little better than what it was. It wasn't great. It was kind of narrow on this corner. It's still a little narrow, but not horrible. Shelf cut off, and then I came in here and we've got a little cove dug out now. That was always there, but it was silted in and it was tabletop like that before, so I took that shelf off the other side, left that kind of median there because it kind of humps around and it goes down that peninsula, and then we've got this little cove. I'll walk it in after I make it more material, but I took that material, put it up here on my road, built my road back up where it was, I was losing it, it was kind of settling in there. And then I made this corner a lot wider to get on, so now we can have an easier approach going up it. So I'll get this walked in and kind of cleaned up and stuff, and then I'll get over and make them a little more material. Probably her saying I was crazy, but Somebody wants to know what I'd use for Christmas. I mean, I'd use this baby. Without a doubt. I'll take it. Sold. If it's free. I don't know if I got enough uses for it if I buy it. A couple more jobs like this and I might just end up buying it. I'd buy me one. I'd probably buy steel tracks. But some up, but let's just pull a little bit. I don't know. I don't think I want to take that. Kind of need that there. I can make some more. Might do that. They've got enough dirt over there. I think to keep them busy for a little longer. I can bury both of them pretty quick. That gets bad. So, I'll, yeah, because it'd be nice. This corner where everybody's going to turn. Just going to keep working that material down into the deal, which is good if you tighten it up, but maybe have up there. A little low spot on this turn. Doing some blade work with a big old SV100. Nothing wrong with that. It'll do it, do it. Who needs a dozer, right? Actually, I want a dozer. I keep telling my wife I need a dozer. I don't know if I need one, but sure would be nice. I mean, finishing this out would be nice if I had a little deeper or something. I found a guy with a dresser. It's the international version. I guess Komatsu, maybe Komatsu bought them out or something. I don't know what the deal is. The newer ones have a Komatsu sticker on it, and I forgot where the blade was. The newer ones have a Komatsu sticker on them, and then the older ones are international. So I assume Komatsu bought them from international and took over the dresser brand. If I had to guess. Be out here. I'm like, what? And he goes, well, I mean, we've got more money. Well, I mean, I got more time, I guess. It can't be, I've got a couple bids I need to go look at this week, so it can't be the rest of this week. I mean, I can get out here maybe Thursday or Friday, but really, he'd be better off if he let a lot of this dry up a little bit, like this road and everything else. It's supposed to be a high of like 54 today or something like that. And then up in that creek a little bit, but I've got a pretty distinctive soil change. So I think that's the original pond. But we're probably going to go, we're going to dig into that V a little bit. We'll kind of make it V up into the tree line in there. It'll look kind of neat. Walk around literally. We found that we had a good dam. So, but we had an extreme amount of muck. We haven't really decided on setting water level or not, because basically this is a creek that goes way back up into there. Like all the way up. Hundreds and hundreds of feet, probably thousands of feet. It's far. So what they did is they built the dam in here, and then this is a spillway over here. That was always meant as a spillway. I guess somebody built it. He found out from his dad that somebody did build this. The homeowner wanted this little peninsula and then that little island. I got him dug out a cove over here. It's not all walked in. Majority of the bottom's walked in. I'm gonna be back out here at the skid loader, a couple days or next week or something. He's gonna move some dirt. He's got this little pile over here. They're working on the two small piles now. Little pile down the bottom. He'll get it moved, and then I'll come out and I'll walk all this in and mess with the dam. But this is all the silt. So we started with this back corner on the first day, and you've seen that I filled it all the way up. And then we had a good sized pile there and a pile down in here. Well, you can see how much more we had. I don't know if I can walk on this stuff. It's probably not a good idea. It's probably a good sinkhole, but I think right in here, I mean, if you can see, we're firm enough, we'll walk on this, we'll take a chance. I mean, you can see down in there, I mean, look at that hedge tree. So that hedge tree's at the bottom of the ravine, and that ravine kind of went through here and went right up to the back of the dam. Well, because water was coming around, and it'd creep around the back of the dam, and then it'd go that way in a big ditch. Well, they're filling up that ditch. We'll still have a little ravine on the back, but we're gonna grade this off. We'll let this stuff dry out, and we'll get it all graded off for him. Or well, he might do it with a tractor. If not, we'll come out and get it graded off. I kind of patted out this corner a little bit so he can kind of come up and transition a little easier. This was real narrow, real narrow. We kept the little cove. I kind of like the little cove in there, so we kept that little bump out. Kind of bumps out here. I'll clean this up with a skid loader, and then like I said, the water, it'll fill the pond when it comes down to creek and whatnot. It's got an awesome bottom in it, but it'll fill that, and then all it does is keep bleeding up that creek, oh excuse me, that creek line. So I think that's badass. But if it were me, we need to move the rest of this dirt and put it up here in the corner. I'm gonna tell him to take that pile and put it here. I know he wants to fill that ditch up, but he needs that pile here so we can get this corner kind of graded off, and we don't have a little mini pond right here. Anyways, because if it was higher, kind of along that plane there, even if we've got that gully there, I wanted that gully, well, I didn't want that gully there. He wanted all the dirt back here. I told him it wasn't gonna be enough room, and then we filled the entire back of the dam because we finally found the bottom. It was supposed to be a couple feet deep. Well, that's not a couple feet deep. Let's walk down in it. We'll see. First, we'll come down in the cove here. So I'm like 5'6", and we'll just talk to the top of the dam. So right now, I'm about eye level with the dam. I mean, here's my eyes, eye level at the dam. Okay, that's just this cove. So then, let's walk down here to where we're eye level to, well, we'll be eye level to the peninsula and the bottom of it. So there's your dam up there. I mean, your water level, let's just call water level a foot or so down from the top of the dam. That's a decent amount of water. That's not a bad little pond. And then it's gonna spill into the creek, and we may end up cutting some more there where Sammy's at. We may end up cutting more. I might back down in there and just basically cut a channel up into there, and then kind of flare these ends. But I wanted to get it closed up for him and let his family look at it, and they can kind of decide. Here's his little island. I mean, I say little, but it's pretty good sized. Really good bottom. I mean, I walked this in yesterday with the machine. I mean, it's, it's hard. Hard. Walked it in. I walked that in over there. I walked this in. Doesn't look like it. Still got some moisture in it, but I'll be able to shave it off, kind of clean it up and work it in a little bit. A couple days, or he may get in here with his little wheel loader. I don't know if he's gonna try to do that or not, but anyways, this road's a little mucky, but they were up and down it a million times. I tried to shave some muck off of it, and it is what it is. Supposed to be 62 tomorrow. It'll dry out pretty good. He can come out and he can move this little pile of dirt. This pile of dirt he needs to put in that corner. And then heck, he can just sit here and do loops. He can do loops with that little wheel machine, just compact, kind of work everything in and cut it. But I don't think she turned out too bad. I mean, besides that little spillway part, I don't enjoy it. But I think what I'm gonna do is I might take his hump, take half that hump, put it in the spillway when I'm here at the skid loader, and then shave that off. I can shave some of this material out and put it over there. But I mean, there's a little low spot there, but this is high. That's not low necessarily, this is high a little bit, but I'm probably gonna take material out of there and put there with the skid loader. But really, just sitting here looking at it, I mean, the top of it's pretty parallel with everything. I mean, it's not bad at all. I like it, and I mean, as it fills up, it's gonna keep working up like this entire creek. It just won't fill the bottom. You've got an enormous amount of storage there. It'd be kind of cool if we had, you know, a flood year or something. But anyways, there's the overview. Almost a walk around. I don't want to walk in front of them. They're getting material moved. They're almost done moving it. So I'm gonna get Sammy on the trailer here in the next 10-20 minutes or something, and we'll head to the house and get the undercarriage cleaned up for the 3rd time. Hopefully today's the easiest day. The first day is always the worst. But and I mean, even this stuff, that stuff's getting pretty tight already. And this just literally came out of that cove. So I just threw it up on the road because I knew I wanted to build up this corner, kind of push that corner out a little bit. But anyways, well, there's the 3-day little pond mucking job. I figured 2 days we'd be done if it was a couple feet deep with the 100 and a skid loader, and well, there you go. 3 days later and we're barely done. We need another day with the skid loader in here just to tweak stuff, clean it up and work it in. But anyways, he's getting his creek over here filled in. I'm sure he's happy about that. He'll probably be happy to get off that skid loader. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We are gonna have a SV40 Yanmar Wednesday. Actually tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Tomorrow. We're gonna have an SV40 tomorrow. So we'll have it, I think we're gonna have it over the weekend, so we're gonna do a weight test and all that. So look forward to that video. Have a good day, and I hope you had as much fun as I did. All right, thanks guys. Bye.